Hi Leslie, I'm going to do your read for you now. You didn't get back to me with the area that you'd like the reading on, so I've gone for a just a general reading for you, and just a general mini reading. I guess what's currently going on now, what I'm picking up, is there was a stage where other people were choosing and making decisions on how things are going for your life, as if other people are in control of how things are going. Just bear with me a minute. I seem to have gone really dark in this image. Just bear with me 1 minute. Sorry for this. No, I'm going to try and lighten things up a bit. Am I lightening up? Oh yeah, there we go. That's a bit too much. Okay, I'll save that. Sorry. Right. Okay, I'm back again. Yeah, I felt like other people were taking control of how your life was panning out, as if you was just sitting back and there's all these people making decisions on you, on your life, on how things are going to pan out, as if they had control over you, your life, leaving you to have this feel, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Just not knowing what to do, not knowing what to do. This feels, and even as I'm talking, I'm getting confused. And I feel this is how you felt at the time, as if a very confused way of not knowing what to do. So leading on to where you are now, you seem very defensive at the moment. You seem to be, no, you stay away. If you want to come near me, you're going to have some shit. I'm not here to be taken for a fool, which is fantastic, because I see, and I also get a sense of a great sense of self-worth with you, as if you know just how good you are, and you've got these options to look around to see. Your options are opening up as you've got this self-confidence, this self-awareness and self-value. And since finding this, I feel you being very comfortable in your home environment, your own space, finding this, and you just seem to be so relaxed where you are within yourself. You seem to feel so comfortable within your own space. I'm getting a desire for you to wanting to connect and just like a reset, just to let go of everything and just be natural and forget all the hustle and bustle and just be relaxed. And I feel that's where your strengths are, for you to just connect with everything that means a lot to you. Forget all this fancy stuff. You just seem to be wanting to connect with the things that mean most to you. You seem to enjoy your own. I'm getting a lot of solitary wants to be in your own space, very earthly and comfortable and natural. And you, again, I'm getting this sense of self-beauty within yourself, as if you were aware of how to see yourself. It's lovely. It's a really lovely thing to have. So now they're telling me, I'm at the point of the reading where I get some advice for you. This is interesting because I, as I said, you seem to be so comfortable in your own space and within your having this great of self-worth. But they're telling me now it's time for you to start getting things together and moving on, which is really interesting because I just see you so comfortable where you were, but for some reason they're saying you need to get things together and you've got to start getting things moving again. This is interesting. As well as getting things moving, they're telling me to avoid being forced into signing some documents, don't go into further commitment. It's not, there's something about, I get this, and I feel this is bouncing back to what I got at the beginning, where other people were deciding on you, on how things were going for you, and with this sense of confusion that you went through. And they're telling me now for you to get your things to, I just want to say, get your shit together and start getting a move on. But they also need you to bear in mind, they're telling me for you not to get involved into some deep contracts, committal, signing things you don't really want to do. So just bear that in mind as as you go with in your daily life. So how do I see things moving on? I feel you turning away from something. You're going, I see you going up a level, and this is spiritually. I see you changing, like a slight change of path, like options opening up for you, and you're going for this less is more approach. That's how I see things panning out for you. There's going to be this change where you decide to go elsewhere, but what you leave and what you, let me describe what I'm seeing, what you leave and what you choose. I see you leaving a lot more, but it just doesn't quite do it. It seems to be, even though it's the stuff I feel you letting go doesn't feel a bad energy, but I feel what you're choosing seems to be a higher and brighter energy. And there's less, but it's that less is more. And I see it just feels so much more free and light. It feels a light, a free and a path what you are choosing. Okay, I'm getting this is still looking at how things are, I see panning out for you, and this is the current path you're on. I get in the words, the pen is mightier than the sword. But the wand is even more powerful than either of those two put together. This is and I feel you're going to have there's this. I just see a spiritual change in you, where you just go for this less is more, and I just see you with this one solid direction, this one solid approach, where you could go to do a job. Think of a builder going to do the job, and he has a van full of loads of bits and pieces, tools and whatnots and gadgets to get the job done. And then I see this person with this one magic tool and going boom, sorting everything out. That's how I feel this spiritual path for you. It just feels there's things fading away, and I think this is like I said, you choose for the lighter, freer options, the higher vibrations. So I feel you making this choice, but as you go on this path further and further down your I say down your path, I feel up your path, it feels like a progression. So I don't really want to use the words down your path, but further up your path, I see you having less and less, and this is regarding your spirituality. And I guess this seems like a great concentration in one area, but this one area is a one trick fix all things, this one tap. So I feel this is basically telling you you're going to find your true working spiritual path, and this is going to be the one to tick all the boxes that you've been needing. And this is fantastic, where I get all this control around you, people getting to sign things, you looking after number one, being defensive, which is great, being very comfortable in your own home and your own space, your environment. There is a message for you to start getting your shit together and starting to make a move on something, but do not start getting involved in contracts or commitments. It's not the right time. So start to get things together to move on, but it's not the right time for commitments. And I see this change of spiritual path for you, where you things start condensing, but as they condense, it's a bit like squeezing the hose pipe. If you just leave the hose pipe flowing out of water, it flows out. But if you start condensing and squeezing the end, it's very sharp and direct. And I feel that's going to be your spiritual path, which is changing and evolving. And as I said, I don't want to use the word going down your path. It feels going up, because it feels so much of a progression in a positive way. So I hope I did manage to give you some guidance on how things are going. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Many thanks and many blessings.